Hey chess friends! In today's video, we have a Jobava London. It's a lot of fun. We don't play perfectly, we make some stupid blunders, but we fight on, and maybe we get the job done, maybe we don't. You're gonna have to watch to find out. Hope you enjoy. We have the white pieces. Let's try to play Jobava London and see what our opponent says. They're gonna let us play a Jobava London, I guess. So far, so good. Standard stuff. Gonna put our bishop on f4. And it's the least fun line of the Jobava. Technically, we can go to knight to b5, if I recall. But I'd kind of like to develop more. There's also this move that might be good in this exact situation. So I think I'm going to play that first, actually, just so that if they go here, we can block with the knight. That's kind of an important motif here. An important theme in the Jobava. So we're going to play there first, then we're going to play e3. But we'll see what our opponent plays. Yeah. Anyway. They are taking some time to think about it. I still really love the Jobava. I've tried other openings as white. Of course, for a little while, I was playing King Pawn openings and trying to do the Scotch Gambit, Scotch game. But I don't know. I just like the Jobava. I don't know. What's your favorite opening to play as white? Let me know in the comments. But for the moment, yeah, they are taking an extra long time to think right now. And this is super passive play, I would say. I almost want to take advantage of it, but really, realistically right now, I don't think we can take advantage. We could just say, okay, well, you're taking your time, so we're going to go over here. I actually might do that. Because it was just such a slow move that we could go over here. Granted, they can defend this way. Yeah, that's true. They can defend like that. So I think maybe we should just play e3 here and just keep it simple. That's my problem right now. Like, it wasn't worth it. I think now maybe there's an argument to be made for knight to b5, because maybe now if they play this... Nah, it still doesn't work. I was going to say we could snap off the knight, but it really doesn't work. We have to see where they're going to go with that knight. In the meantime, let's just develop our bishop to d3, since that is a thing we would usually do here. Get our bishop developed to d3, and we're going to see what our opponent does next. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a passive move from black, but I guess it kind of works. This is this is weird. This is a weird move. I mean, I guess they're gonna try to fianchetto that way, right? But I feel like now we can definitely jump in there. That looks like a super juicy square to be on for our knight. Just eyeing over here. I mean, that can't be wrong, right? It kind of looks good. I'd like to see what the knight is doing. If the knight would go there, I think that would be super interesting. But I think the best move over... I mean, that's still a really good move, putting our knight on that juicy outpost and then figuring out what we want to do with our king, you know? I'm really thinking about it. Other option is I could just castle and see what happens next, but I mean, that's just such a good outpost to be on, and it's so annoying. So I think we have to play it. Alright, so now I presume they're gonna jump in like this. I really want to figure out what do I want to do, right? What do I want to do? I can't really go for any quick checkmates on this side. I should probably castle king side and just play for the queen side. Maybe do a little bit of this or something. Yeah, let's go ahead and just get castled. And we'll go from there. Oh, that's interesting, because now we can jump in uncontested, kind of, in this situation. Yeah, that's super interesting. We probably should take under the circumstance, but, I mean, there's also, I mean, jumping in looks good. Jumping in looks, I mean, everything, ooh, it kind of looks interesting here. Can I jump in, and then what happens if they do something like that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm getting a lot of pieces in, and that can't be wrong. I think in this situation I have to kind of take, but taking here kind of, I mean, I feel like that opens this up. If I don't take, they can just push, and that seems like pretty bad for my bishop, so I feel like I have to take under this circumstance. I mean, I could also do something like, you know, do a move like that, but it doesn't, I mean, I don't know. The other thing is, if I let it, this bishop here could open up and be like some sort of monster bishop, so I have to be careful. But I think in this situation, I really do have to take. Let's see, takes. If they wouldn't take like that, they'd take with bishop probably. Then maybe we can start our, you know, queenside attack. It doesn't look bad, doesn't look horrible. All right, let's go ahead and take. Let's go ahead and take. I definitely, I think there's a lot of possibilities in here with different moves, so we'll see what happens. Our opponent really hasn't spent much time thinking about it, and if they do nothing, I think that, I mean, by that I mean if they take with the bishop, I think I'm going to have to start pawn storming. Just seems to make a lot of sense. I could just push right away and open things up, but not really. Can't quite yet. They could take, and I could play like, oh well, ooh, that's an interesting one. So they're trying to keep this alive, this push here, which is interesting. This is really weak though, right? This is kind of really, really weak. Yeah. Like, if I could get a queen in there, if I could get my queen in there, that'd be amazing, right? At the moment, I don't think there's a need to do too much. I could do something just slow, just to stop this from coming in. Definitely could do something like that. I'd like to, I mean, I'm still exerting a lot of annoying control right now. We could go in here with our, bishop just to kind of make things a little bit more annoying. But then I worry that we have a6 there, and that kind of gives me it's nothing. I could go over here with the knight, but again, like at the moment, it can just be kicked out. I don't really have anything super annoying in that situation. But, you know, there's definitely something coming here, so we gotta make sure that we, you know, play correctly, I guess. So maybe something like that, and then something like this. Just take up some more space on the queen side. I mean, I think that's right, and if I go up here, they play here, takes, maybe queen takes, maybe this. I mean, it looks okay. By the way, I think taking up space here is, I mean, it can't be necessarily bad. My queen's not doing too much either at the moment. I could route the queen around, but that I don't really want to be in this, in the firing line here. Queen here for the moment is good. Okay. But that just seems like... okay, that's gotta be... So takes, goes here. That, I don't know. Also, do I mind taking? Do I? I mean, I can't go up here quite yet. Maybe I can, I don't know. It seems kind of crazy. Then they can take and whatnot. I mean, I think I do have to take here. I don't think it's massively weakening. I do think then they're going to get an isolated pawn there, which is potentially good, and then maybe I can target it. So, I think that might work. So just go ahead and play there. My queen's still sitting at home. Theirs is too. Technically, my pieces are, I think, a little bit more active. Oh, they take it that way? Ooh, geez. Well, this is, I mean, almost just that, but unfortunately, this pawn would have to die in order for that to work. So, I mean, I could just try to take it out, but I don't think so. I think here makes a lot of sense. Because here to here, I mean, you gotta be a little careful. At the very least, like, I'm driving the queen back. And then maybe, you know, we'll kind of see what happens there, where it goes, right? Yeah. I mean, at the very least, this doesn't look horrible. I mean, you could make the argument, I guess they're gonna take there. Yeah, I mean, they do take there. So now I have to come up with something super compelling. I mean, just here, and then they take another one. Ah, that doesn't seem great. Otherwise, we can just, you know, I suppose I can first protect this, and then we can kind of see what happens with the queen. Yeah, so I suppose we'll protect that first. And we'll see what happens. I imagine you want to get your queen in to try to, like, checkmate me. So, I mean, definitely imagine that would be the case. So we have to kind of see where to go in that situation. Okay, that might, I mean, that just seems like that gives me kind of a way out. Maybe it doesn't. Definitely can't do anything there. I don't want to weaken my king's safety quite yet. I mean, there is this, but then presumably that happens, and then I don't really have anything. Now, I could play here, which would not be a horrible move to start out with. But then, of course, they take, and then I've got nothing, so, probably is pretty bad. Otherwise, they're going to take here regardless, so I can't really stop them from taking, right? So I think I have to take there first, and then we see what happens. And unfortunately, they have two bishops, which are just monsters, right? So we have the monster bishops sort of thing going on. I don't have a lot of piece activity, though. I need to get, like, my pieces more active in a hurry. I don't, you know, again, like I said, I don't want to try to chase the queen. It doesn't really accomplish much. I mean, I feel like this, but then I feel like we're definitely helping to activate things. Maybe try to reroute? Like, reroute to here or something? I don't know. It doesn't seem too compelling. Right now, we still have to equalize, so we're gonna have a tough time. Everything's locked down there. It's super annoying. I mean, they could just take, which I don't really want to lose more pieces, so I think we're gonna have to try to wrap around and try to do some sort of damage to the queen. So, something like this, maybe? I think you also have that, though, that has to be contended with. So, yeah, I mean, something like that has to be contended with. Then it forces me to play vulnerability there. Then maybe the queen, well, the queen can't just go in, so you know, so there's a little bit of a timing thing that I have there. I mean, there's moving this over here, which is something that I was going to do. Either way, it means that I'm not going to have to, like, I don't have to worry too much about... I need to be able to figure out a way to, you know, gain back some... I mean, this is weak, but, like, good luck ever getting to it. I gotta get my queen out. So maybe, I mean, if I had anything with this... this discovered check, like, constantly is remaining in my pocket, but I don't have... Currently, I've got nothing in terms of, like, actually pulling it off. So that's kind of a little bit annoying. I mean, we can get in here and try to attack the queen. Just give some problems for black, you know? These are all... So far, it's just one-move threats. You know, you can move your queen over there. Oh, you move your queen there. What? That takes... Uh-huh. Okay, let's see. Hold on a second. Takes. Then I'm back up, maybe. You take there, but, like... yeah, okay. So takes here first. Okay, takes there. And now we've just equalized. Okay. But I mean, that's still equalized. Alright. So I should try to put my my pieces, maybe... Yeah, I don't know. This is not going to be super great. I imagine you're going to try to get to probably here, which is a very good place to try to get. But I suppose I just... can I just go right in? I suppose. Go there, tries to get in there, and then maybe blocks and then keeps moving. Yeah, I mean, that could probably work. I mean, I suppose there's also moving back, which kind of works in that situation as well. Yeah, and then we kick them out. So that's definitely going to... Okay, so they get kicked out and they go here. That's interesting. I might be able to set up something, like tee up some sort of discovered attack. But it's still a little dubious looking. Either way, I don't think this is doing much good here, so I think I need to reposition. So I think I will reposition here, probably. But reposition does allow them to jump in there, which is super annoying. But on... Well, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, if I go here, then they push. And that also looks bad, so I think I'll go here. And, I mean, the lesser of the two evils sort of thing, you know? You could make a small argument that my king is more centralized, but yeah, I don't know. Not really looking too great. If I could get over to there, that would be really nice, you know? Yeah, actually, that's great if I can get over there. But it kind of depends. I think, yeah, if allowed, I'm definitely doing that. But We'll see what happens. Also good because, I mean, it can't, you know, technically, if I fork things, they can protect it that way. But maybe then I get my rook on the open file or something. I don't know. There's possibilities. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I could also play a move like... Oh, they're doing that? Ooh. Ooh. I think just playing right... Well, let's see. What do we want to do? I like this. It's not bad. I can also move all the way down here, which looks fairly good. Also limiting that, which looks pretty good. Plus, maybe then you could make some argument that there's a, you know, that there is something. But that just walks into that, doesn't it? That's really silly. That's really silly me. Of course it walks into that. Yep, that just walks straight in. Oh, interesting. Okay, well maybe now we can get in. They're trying to maybe get into here to attack there. But we'll see. Let's get into here. Well, do I want to allow that, is the question. I don't necessarily, but I feel like I have to take this chance right now and go over here. Also, I don't have to allow them to get here to take here. I can always move it, I suppose. If I do that, maybe, you know, maybe I just go there first. But I don't think that quite works either. Yeah, okay, they go there to go there. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, and that comes with a check. So that is very annoying. That is super annoying. Wow, but... Okay, hold on a second. Comes with a check. No, that's fine, because if I go here and they're gonna do that and I do that, like, that's just fine. Otherwise, I go here and give a check and I move over. That might work. Then I have lots of things. They have lots of things hanging, and I can go there and maybe. Okay, we take there. And we'll see what they decide to do. I mean, either way, I'm getting in and I'm going to start taking things. So, I mean, yeah, takes here. They have to be careful. They can't just, like, push, because then it turns into checkmate. Wow, okay. Well, okay, there's gotta be, like, a thing here. Also, I can just start running my king, can't I? Yeah, I can just start running my king. I'm gonna go like this and just protect. Interesting. Let's see. I mean, honestly, we can just go here and start taking stuff. Like, might as well. I have a massive pawn majority. Okay, well... I mean, I'm pretty much telegraphing what I'm gonna do here. Okay, well... Okay. Okay. But that's... Alright, well, you're just letting me now... Queen. I mean, was that really what you wanted to do? I mean, now we just have to checkmate them, which should be possible. Just gotta go slow and methodically, or fast-paced, I don't know. I feel like queen over here is good, but we gotta... we'll see. Okay, well, that also... I feel like I could also just go and... I mean, simplify, couldn't I? I could simplify. Yeah, I could just full-on simplify it, which looks pretty good. But then, okay, if I simplify, maybe there's a chance that, like, things don't work out super well. So, maybe it has to be considered, you know? Yeah, it's possible. Might have to do some considerations. Well, either way, I don't think this is going to be wrong. So we'll go here, starting out. And we'll kind of see where they want to go. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, not great no matter what way you go, I imagine. They do have a lot of pawns. I have to get rid of some of these pawns. Okay, over to there. That makes a lot of sense. Can I get to... I think I just go here. Go here, right? And, we'll see. I'm probably gonna do the worst job whatsoever converting this, but it's okay. So they go there. And now, yeah, let's see about this. I think just this. Just keep it simple, you know? Like, because they can't actually stop me, really, from getting in there. It's more so just making sure that I don't stalemate them. Yeah, so. I'm glad I didn't end up... I thought about just sacking the queen to simplify, get rid of the rook, but I feel like with that many pawns, they could have caused me some problems, so... Yeah. From here on, I mean, I guess you could push there, but then I mean, whatever you do, I think it's just... I think it's just losing, you know? Yeah. But my opponent put up a really good fight. I mean, they were completely winning, which is, I guess, a good lesson to people, that even if you're behind, you want to just keep going. Yeah, because even if you lose something, I mean, you can still win. You know, you can still win eventually. It's just, I guess this is just a thing of what's the best way now. I could go in here and just, I guess that probably looks pretty good. So let's just do that. Alright, that's it. Alright, we had a 90% accuracy in that game. Our opponent had 87%, so not bad at all. Let's kind of look through the game and see what we can learn from it. So we're doing a Jobava London. This is all kind of standard stuff. Black is equalized at this point. I guess that's the thing with the Jobava. If they know what they're doing, they play decently well, they can equalize. Yeah, we just developed our pieces. I did think this was a little bit of a weird move, and the engine does agree, like, it gives now white a little bit of an advantage at, like, a 0.4 or 0.5, but I wasn't really able to capitalize on it. That's one of the problems right now with my chess knowledge. I can tell if something's not right, but I don't always know how to, you know, punish it. And I think that's probably the same way a lot of you, like, watching this, are for chess as well. Like, you have enough, especially as a beginner intermediate player, you start to know what's right and what isn't, but you don't know what to do about it yet, you know? So we went ahead and shoved our knight into the center of the board. That it's one of those moves that can't be, you know, can't be wrong. Was it the best move? No, but it was okay. Now here we decided to take, and taking here was apparently a mistake. So the best move in this situation is moving the queen to f3. And now I imagine the whole reason for queen to f3 is we're applying a lot more pressure on this pawn here. Because I imagine then you have some sort of situation where if they do push forward, then you can just go ahead and take. They can never retake because you're coming in here, and this just looks kind of horrible. You're in there, you've got your bishop, your knight, your other knight can maybe swivel in, if that's swivel, that's what we call that. There's a lot of things that can come of that situation, but we didn't find that, so we took, and we were a little bit worse off because of it. So everything here, this is pretty close to equal. White, again, has a little bit of an edge going into this. This was, of course, our only blunder, like, real blunder of the game, was right here, and where we blundered our bishop. We were so focused on being able to take there that we just missed the obvious, that it was a free bishop. So at this point, we were completely losing. It was a -6 for us. Yeah, just absolutely horrible. But this is where we equalize. This is where, you know, we did our calculation. We figured, you know what? We can equalize here. And this is, yeah, this, now suddenly we're slightly behind by 0.3. But, I mean, basically we've equalized. At this point, we just had to rely on our endgame skills. And endgames are something where I feel like it's one of my strengths. So I always feel like if I can get to an endgame, I've always got decent chances of winning. So all of these moves were fine. I was a little bit worried, honestly, about bishop to d3. I thought they could push the pawn there. But yeah, once we got to this sort of situation here, you know, another blunder from them, that allowed us to take. And yeah, we were just happy to get into this situation here. And once we were in this situation, I wasn't really too worried at all, because because they were misplaying the endgame. It was pretty obvious that they didn't know what they were doing. Once they did that, it was game over. I don't know what they were thinking. The only thing that they could have done is just tried to, like, I mean, they did have all those pawns there, but good luck. I mean, we were going to get them eventually. This was kind of the best defense they could do, and then, you know, we got the checkmate. Alright, we did it! Thanks so much for watching. What a good game. Alright, we didn't play perfectly, but hey, we turned it around. As I said, that's kind of a lesson to the beginning players watching. Even if you're down a piece, don't quit. You can still turn it around. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those 3 things for me. I would appreciate it very much. Alright, thanks again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!